So we are inside the mausoleum of Bahauddin Naqshband, and his grave is here inside. The name of his real name was Muhammad ibn Burhanuddin ibn Jalaluddin, but we know him as Bahauddin Naqshband. This is his nickname. If you remember, in the morning I explained that the saints, together with their names, they have their nicknames. 1318 when he was born, 1389 when he died. 69 years, but plus 9 years, 9 months inside the mother makes 17. So he was born 1318 on the 7th month of the 7th day. On the 7th month of the 7th day. He knew Quran at the age of 7. And he is the 7th of the 7 holy people, and he died when he was at the age of 70. So you see, 7, 7, 7, 7.
Yeah.
So Bahauddin Naqshband was born in this village, and as I explained to you, his birth was predicted by his first teacher. Before he was born, the village was known as the village of Indians. Because of the Great Silk Road, some Indian families came and were living here. But after his birth, they changed the name. And now the name of the village is Qasr-i Orifan. Orif means enlightened person. The village of enlightened people, educated people. So he was born in the family of the craftsmen. His father was making block printing. He was making design on the fabric. So he continued the craft of his father. His first teacher was Muhammad Baba Isamasi, but after his death, he became as a student of the student of Muhammad Baba Isamasi, Sayyid Amir Kular, whom we just visited. After he learned the Islam and the Sufism, he found a new way. And later the way was named as Naqshbandiya. But why we call him with his nickname? What do they mean? His nicknames. Bahauddin is translated as a beauty of religion. Baha, Idin. Deen is religion. Naqshband means designer. Like he continued the craft of his father, made the design on the fabric, but the second most important meaning, he made the design of Allah in the heart of people.
Oh, nice.
He has another nickname, which is Bahauddin Balogardon. Balogardon means protecting from evil. Protector from evil. This is the reason why so many people come here. If we would come in the morning, you would see lots of people here. Now it's almost getting to 7, but still we have people here. So from this you can understand how important it is for us. When he found his way in Sufism, and later it was named after his name, Naqshbandiya, the main slogan of his Sufism, of his brotherhood, was Dil Bayoru Das Bakor, which means keep the God in your heart, but your hands should be working. He said, earn your bread with your hands. In the previous brotherhoods, people who were in the Sufism, they were looking on the hands of the people, so they lived on the donation of people. Bahauddin Naqshband said, you don't have to. You should earn your bread. You should work, and then God will send you. Dil Bayor, keep the God in your heart, but your hands should be working. And he was known as a reformer in the Sufism. He's a great reformer because he brought a lot of changes he said to people, you don't have to live as a beggar. You don't have to travel. You should travel, but you should at the same time earn your money. You should not beg. And he was a good example because he made block printing. He made design on the fabrics. And in the previous brotherhoods, it was known allowed meditation, which was mostly practiced. Allowed meditation and a meditation of group. And Bahauddin Naqshband brought a new way of meditation, which is called Sufi. Sufi, he said, you don't have to shout, you don't have to make voice. Because in the previous, people thought that the God, the louder you make the voice, the louder you meditate, the better God knows you, hears you. But Bahauddin Naqshband said, Dil Bayor, keep the God in your heart. The Allah is in the heart. And if you make your meditation in your heart, that's enough. And that's why he went to this room. It's a 40 days meditation room. We call it Chilakhona. And he meditated alone. Sufi. People become more famous after their death. So after he passed away, he was buried here. His followers wanted to make a mausoleum wanted to put a roof ceiling about his grave. But every time when they put this roof, on the next day it was fallen down. So it repeated several times, and then people in the age who knew Bahauddin Naqshband very well, they said, leave the grave under the sky. Because when Bahauddin Naqshband was alive, he preferred to sleep in the outside.
Oh, wonderful.
So as people started to come here from all over the Central Asia, kings of Bukhara tried to give them those facilities. That's why here we have some of the mosques and madrasas and caravansarai. Complex was bigger than now, but through the centuries, these are the buildings which are survived. There is a huge dome outside. That's the dome of the Khonaqah, hotel for the dervishes, which was built in the 15th century, but originally on the place of that hotel for the dervishes, Bahauddin Naqshband built himself a mosque, which was destroyed by the time, and later the king of Bukhara in the 15th century built, 16th century, sorry, Abdulaziz Khan built another mosque. And in the courtyard where we are, there are two mosques. One mosque on the left front, and the second mosque is just straight ahead. In 1993, after the independence, a huge restoration works were done here, and we celebrated the Saints' 675 years anniversary. After 10 years, in 2003, again, they made a big restoration work, and before 2003, this part, the ceiling and the columns were not existing. This is all new, so they add this part in order to match that part. What was the name of this? Ivan is Russian name. But well done.
I think I just found the pattern for my tattoo in this wood carving. Is that the Sufi heart right there with the wings on the pillar?
This one?
Yeah. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah. So,
beautiful.
Complex now is huge. Outside the door, there is another courtyard where there is a pond, and there is very old tree. Bahauddin Naqshband in his life went to Mecca 3 times. The first time when he went took him 3 years. And last time when he was coming back, he Before reaching his house, he spent the night in the desert. And he dreamt, he saw in his dream the prophet Abraham. Abraham questioned him, what are the evidences you're bringing home? How are you going to prove that you were in Mecca? Said Abraham. Bahauddin Naqshband, I don't have anything I'm bringing from Mecca. So Abraham said, in the morning when you wake up, you're going to find this stick. Take this stick home and plant it into your garden. So in the morning he woke up, he found a part of the tree which he brought to Buhara, and he planted it in his garden, and the dried stick started to become green. And later it turned to a big mulberry tree. And later this tree, when it's dried, people brought it and put it there. So they think that's a stick of Bahauddin Naqshband, and they pray to it and they touch and they go around. 6:25. I'm gonna meet you at 7 o'clock. Enjoy your time.
Thank you.
In the complex.
Where are we allowed to go? In that door? Or?
You're allowed to go anywhere you want in this complex, but if you want to make a zikr, better to go inside this room.
Okay.
And do it there.
That's what he would have done. And we can go outside and see the tree and all that?
Yeah. Behind this wall, there is a huge cemetery, royal cemetery. Kings of Buhara from the 15th century to the 19th century were buried with their families. They want to be close to the Bahauddin Naqshband.
Beautiful.
Did he live here? Did he live here?
Who?
Right here?
Bahauddin Naqshband,
Yeah.
this is the place where he lived.
Yeah. Okay.
But his house did not survive.
Okay. All right.
Enjoy your time.
Thank you.
And 7 o'clock by the entrance.
So if anybody wants to do the silent zikr, I'm going to do the silent zikr in there. You can join me. I'll tell you how we do it.